In the morning when I rise, give me Jesus.
Good morning. Never repay evil with evil. No, you overcome evil with good and leave revenge to the hand of the Lord, because the Lord will take revenge against the real enemy. See, our fight is not against flesh and blood. Never is the person our problem. The problem is the enemy has gotten in there and messed up their thinking so that they behave in a way that's not in agreement with the things of God. But the enemy is the problem, and so God will take revenge against the enemy, against Satan and his demons. You, to the extent it's your ability, be at peace with everyone. Well, see, that's what love looks like. And as a believing believer, filled up with the love of God, then you can do that, because that's what love looks like. We're going to start chapter 13 in Romans today, and it starts off talking about loving even the people in government. We're going to read verses 1 through 5, and they say this: every person is to be in subjection to the governing authorities. For there is no authority except from God, and those which exist are established by God. And therefore, whoever resists authority has opposed the ordinance of God, and they who have opposed will receive condemnation upon themselves. Oh, not everyone lives out of the love of God. If you live out of the love of God, then behavior is not a problem. But if you don't, if you let the enemy influence how you're going to behave, then there's problems. And so God has established governmental agencies to put a bound around behavior so that even though you're not following God, maybe you'll follow the governmental authority. Now, I've heard this twisted to say, and so everybody in position in government is of the Lord, and that's not the truth. God does not put everyone who's corrupt in governmental positions. And so it's not talking about the people. People that are in God's set up authority oftentimes operate out of corruption and in an evil way. They operate out of darkness because the enemy is the one who's animating them. And so you don't follow individuals, but you obey the laws, the authorities that God has put in place. By all means, if you don't, then there are consequences. We're in verse 3. Rulers are not a cause of fear for good behavior, but for evil. See, they will put fear on those who are doing evil. Do you want to have no fear of authority? Then do what is good, and you will have praise from those people in authority. Obey the rules and the police won't bother you. Verse 4, for it is a minister of God for you to do good. For if you do what is evil, then be afraid. For it does not bear the sword for nothing. For it is a minister of God, an avenger who brings wrath on the one who practices evil. We ministered with guys in prison, and the guys said, God put us in here to save our lives. Well, in a way he did, because he set up the governmental authorities that when you broke the law, then they exercised their authority and put you in prison. But God didn't want you to behave in an evil way. So God's not the one that put you in prison because he made you behave in that way. No, you chose that because the enemy was pushing you. But the governmental authorities, when you operated in an evil way, they did lock you up. Verse 5, therefore, it is necessary to be in subjection, not only because of wrath, but also for conscience sake. See, not only because of wrath, but because it's the right thing to do. So God bless you, who does the right thing, so you don't have to fear authority. Yeah, we'll get together tomorrow. We're going to talk about the love of God. I look forward to seeing you then. Enjoy your day today.
Give me Jesus. Give me Jesus. You can have all this world, but give me Jesus.